as far as mechanical pencils go, I think the Orenz Nero is one of a kind. It may not be. If it isn't, then someone let me know below. But I think that the features on this pencil are unique to Pentel. Now, so it is just a mechanical pencil at the end of the day, and I'm not really much of a pencil guy. At least I wasn't until this arrived this morning. It's a mechanical pencil from Pentel, who are a Japanese company that have been making mechanical pencils for 10,000 years. I may be wrong, but it's been a long time. And this is one of the sort of more innovative ones that they've designed. And I think you can get these in a few different sizes. At least I did see somewhere else on the internet you could get them in a 0.3 or a 0.2. I picked up the 0.5 and it was the only one that I could find when I purchased it. What's so special about it then? Well, what we need to do is have a look at mechanical pencils in general first, before we can kind of say what's so special about this one. So, got a selection of mechanical pencils here, very familiar looking devices from Staedtler, Papermate and NicPro, which is a pretty common brand that you'll now see on Amazon. And this here is a pretty standard mechanical pencil. So you've got something that feels and looks like a pen, but obviously writes with graphite or lead rather than ink or gel. So that means you've got a push button at the top which pushes your lead out at the other end. You've got a clip so that you can clip it to your pocket or your notepad. Typically we'll have here a grip for gripping and holding. This one's got quite a neat feature where you've got this little barrel that can rotate so that you can remind you what lead you've put in there, because these of course are refillable. At the top end you've got a little cap, an eraser, and then usually spare leads inside, which I'm going to try not to snap as I pick it up now. Spare leads inside. Not very complicated, pretty standard construction. This one is about a year old, at least I've had it about a year. This one here I think I've had probably in the region of about 35 years since, yes, for about 35 years. Still fully working, and yeah, quite a nostalgic pencil actually. I've had many sort of clear outs of bits and pieces over the years, and this has always been one that's remained, because it has I guess just reminds me of my apprenticeship and my sort of latter days in school when I was doing technical drawing. Nice solid pencil, and lasted. I mean, how many pencils have you got that has lasted 35 years? None, because you've sharpened them and worn them down to a little nub. So yeah, anyway, let's have a look. Typical pencils. Now we'll go to the Orenz Nero from Pentel. Now firstly, let's have a look at the grip. Now the grip is a little bit longer on this one. Now for me that's nice, because it means that I can hold the pencil a little bit further up for sketching. It's quite nice to hold further up when sketching, because then you can be a little looser and have different control, or lack of control, as is kind of the trend really with sketching, or the desire with sketching I should say, not the trend. So yeah, you can hold it a bit further away like this because of this grip up here. It's not quite so easy with a shiny one like this without a grip. Or of course you can hold it further down here, where you can use it for writing as you would normally. Ooh, can't even spell. Now, the way that this works is very similar. So you have this little sort of tube at the end here, which delivers the lead. But the difference between the Pentel one here and the sort of standard ones is that if I push that in and do that, it's now protected inside the body of the pencil so that you can't snap it or bend it. So that's quite a nice feature to start with. At the other end here as well, where the eraser is, I'll do a little comparison here. If I take this NicPro one, take the lid off, first of all, look how short that is. You're gonna lose this. You're gonna lose it. Okay, 35 years old, maybe not fair, but you will lose this, and then you've got an ugly looking pencil with just an eraser on top. With this one, you can see how deep and how much longer that is, so you're not going to lose that as easily. And also the eraser here is much longer than the one in this NicPro pen. So the difference here is you're getting a little more for your money, if you like, twice the eraser, but more importantly what you're getting is bigger objects or bigger pieces of the pencil, which are less likely to be lost. Actually, while I've got this off here as well, we'll show you that inside this pencil comes with about 4 or 5 spare leads, and this one actually comes with a HB. So you can see once this goes on, that's certainly not coming off. That's nice and deep and secure in there. So let's go back to this end where when we press the button, out pops the lead, and what you can see now is that very little is showing. I mean, I think I read somewhere it's like 0.3 millimeters or something, but it still doesn't stop me from drawing. In fact, that 0.3 is plenty for me to draw quite literally all day. I can colour in all day with that tiny amount. And then we can come back and have a look that still the same tiny amount is there. Actually, there's a good example now. You can see that edge. You can just see that little angular edge of that. Without pushing the button or anything, we'll do a little bit more scribbling. This is not a very technical demonstration, I'm sorry. And then we'll go back to this, and you can see I've worn that down, but I'm still able to draw, sketch, scribble, write. Again, no pressing of the button. Let's try and see if I can get it to an edge again with a little bit of shading to the side. Where are we? There. Now you can see the edge. Now all of this has happened without me pressing the button at all. That's because this pencil has a mechanism on there that when you lift it off the paper and the pressure is released, it momentarily has like a, I don't know, like a clutch system of some description, and it pushes a teeny tiny amount of that lead back out onto the into the exposed area. So what this means is I'm constantly able to continue as if it's like a pen, much more like a pen now. You don't expect your pen to run out as you're doodling or you're scribbling, and it's not going to happen with this. And only the tiniest amount is out, so I'm not going to snap it. As you'll know, with a traditional pencil, you're going to maybe try and fuss to get the optimum amount out so that you don't snap it, but as you know, you scribble a little bit with that. There's quite a hard lead in there, I think, but straight away we're wearing that down. And if we push it out a bit further, we'll snap it. The chances of you snapping the lead on the Orenz is very slim because it controls the amount that it exposes. From a construction point of view, it's very, very nice to hold. As I've said, this sort of rubber grip here goes from the middle of the pencil down to the end. You've got a nice weight to it, this really nice mechanical industrial kind of design. I really, really like this pencil. I'm going to put a link below because I want you to go and buy one, and I want you to really like this pencil as well. And let me know if you've got one of these or if you've tried one of these, and please let me know what you think. And if you'd like any more info on this, and no, I'm not going to take it apart because I think I will probably never get it back together. But if you'd like any more info on this or some examples of other mechanical pencils, then please let me know. But I think I can't possibly review any more after reviewing this one because, wow, 10 out of 10.